Greetings, this is Hans with Abiding in the Vine Ministries. Welcome to part 7 of our video series entitled Renewing Our Minds About Church. Where we left off was, if Christ is the overseer of his body, how does Christ rule his body? Is it through external submission to humans claiming divine authority, or through internally inspired following of the Holy Spirit from within the church community? Does Christ rule with force like an earthly king in an earthly kingdom, or with love like the heavenly king in the heavenly kingdom within us and in our midst? Let's look at Matthew chapter 20, verses 25 through 28. But Jesus called them to him and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones are tyrants over them. It will not be so among you, but whoever wishes to be great among you must be your servant, and whoever wishes to be first among you must be your slave, just as the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life a ransom for many." Is this how we see so-called churches ruled today? Is this how so-called church leaders act and operate? Not really. I mean, what we've seen so often is that today's so-called churches are ruled by their lead pastors, who do practically lord their authority over their underling pastors, staff, and community. Even though lead pastors should be the lead servants of their community, they often end up getting served by the elders, pastors, and staff at these church organizations. When we consider how Christ rules his church, we acknowledge that even though he is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, he doesn't rule through forced submission or conformity to an outward ruler as in an earthly kingdom. But instead, he rules through love and unity inspired by the heavenly kingdom within us. But it's also not enough for a church community to be simply ordered bottom up by the many. It should be self-ordered by the one who is Christ through each of the many selves voluntarily surrendered to and being ordered by Christ. This is not the same as the earthly wisdom of rule by majority, or even by majority of representatives. This is the heavenly wisdom, as demonstrated in the early church councils. The pastors and elders should be Christ exemplars and servant facilitators of a church-based community, helping the members of that community to abide in and be led by Christ for themselves. So if Christ is the ruler of his community from within, how can we tell if he is the one truly ruling a particular community?